fragile? Well, aside from it lacks of nutrients, it has also few specific bioorganism that has been living in there. It is also composed of sandy soil, and it can only be found in region where rainfall is very low. Therefore, it is so dry and it lacks of water, which is one of the fundamental use in order for biological organism to live. Desert ecosystem is also exposed to erosion, and it also lacks of biological diversity, which makes it one of the most fragile ecosystem.
Why is biodiversity so high in tropical rainforest? Biodiversity is high in tropical rainforest mainly due to their geographic location and the amount of precipitation they receive. Tropical rainforests fall along the equator and receive a large amount of precipitation. This area of globe also receives the most sunlight, which provides energy for plants. Thus, this combination of lots of sunlight and plenty of precipitation creates ideal condition for plants, leading to high primary productivity affecting consumers.
Why have many of the world's temperate grasslands disappeared? Before I proceed to answer the questions, let me give you a short recap about grasslands. So when we say grasslands biome, it is made up of large open areas of grasses. They are maintained by grazing animals and frequent fires. So there are two types of grasslands, include savannas and temperate grassland. So back to the my answer to the question is many of the world's natural temperate grasslands have disappeared because their fertile soils are useful for growing crops and grazing cattle.
What is biome? And what is the importance of three major parts of biome? Biome is a large area characterized by its vegetation, called soil, climate, and wildlife. There are three major types of biomes, which is the grassland, forests, and deserts. Grasslands are regions that are dominated by grass and have a warm, dry climate. There are types of grassland. Tropical grassland, we also known as savannas, and temperate grassland. Forests are dominated by trees and over about one-third of the earth, and also forests contain much of the world's terrestrial biodiversity, including insects, birds, and mammals. There are three major types of forests, which is the temperate forest, the tropical forest, and boreal forest, also known as taiga. Deserts are dry areas where rainfall is less than 50 centimeters 20 inches per year, and deserts can be either cold or hot, although most of them are in subtropical areas because of their extreme conditions. There is not as much biodiversity found in desert as in other biomes.
Here is the question: what type of biome do you live in? If you live in a developed area, what type of biome was the area before it was developed? List three ways in which your lifestyle could be contributing to the degradation of this biome. What are the three lifestyle changes that you could make it in order to reduce your contribution? So, the type of biome I say, I live in a temperate deciduous forest type of biome. So, the type of biome was developed is a grassland community and the productivity of grassland. depends strongly upon precipitation. Higher precipitation leads to tall grass prairie with a high biodiversity of grasses and forbs. So lower precipitation leads to short grass prairies and arid grasslands. So the three ways of my lifestyle is contributing to the degeneration is polluting, cutting down many of our trees for resources, and wasting our fresh water. So the three lifestyle that we can change is eat local, seasonal fruits, and avoid
Question. You are you are a defense attorney arguing in court for sparing a tropical rainforest from being cut down. Give your three best arguments for the defense of this ecosystem. If the trees in the tropical rainforest has been cut down, where would the animals live? There are so many benefits and some things that we are using we are using now that are from the forest. Okay, if we destroy the ecosystem, what are we gonna use? Like wood, food, cultural tour, and many more. If we have no resources, we will uh, we will all die. How can we live without nature, without resources, without animals that brought us uh, happiness to us? I mean.
The ecosystem of natural world supports the wildlife. Energy flows from the sun and one species pull motorcycles through ecosystem creating balance like all other living things. Humans also depends on ecosystem to provide their needs for survival and to recycle waste. We can save the terrestrial ecosystem by planting trees every year and protecting them till they are grown up, using solid waste in such a way that there is no burden on the municipality and government agencies to manage them. Protecting water bodies such as rivers, ponds, lakes, and wetlands in the neighborhood, managing pesticides in agriculture. Most biodiversity resources are consumed by humans, so it is our responsibility to preserve and protect biodiversity to protect the earth. I hope this question and answer portion help us to understand the importance of our natural resources. Thank you.